So we often think of financial freedom as this really solitary thing, right? All about spreadsheets, budgets, making those tough personal sacrifices. But what if that's only like half the story, maybe even less? Today, we're diving into a guide called The Wealth of Us, a guide to financial freedom and foundational love. Our mission here is to uncover some, well, surprising insights. How true financial independence isn't just about your bank account. It's about the people, the relationships, the stuff that really makes you rich.
Yeah, and what's fascinating, I think, is how this perspective just completely shifts the conversation around wealth. It moves beyond, the pure numbers and gets into these foundational human elements, things we often overlook, but this guide argues they're absolutely critical for success and, well, peace of mind, too.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. The author starts by sharing that initial feeling, that whisper of independence they mentioned, that moment when bills feel crushing. You're staring at a bank statement that feels less like data and more like a verdict. Gosh, that feeling of being owned by debt, it can be paralyzing, can't it?
Oh, definitely. It's a really powerful and I think very relatable starting point. And the book asks this key question. How do we actually face that fear, that paralysis? It highlights that the first step, maybe surprisingly, isn't about crunching numbers, not yet. It's about courage first and reclaiming your self-worth. Seeing that fear as a signpost, like the author says, not just a roadblock. And reclaiming self-worth here means, acknowledging past mistakes without beating yourself up. Believing you can learn, you can adapt. That's crucial for making clear decisions, not just panicked ones.
Right. And building on that emotional clarity, this next bit really caught my eye. This idea of a compass and map. And the compass, it wasn't some fancy financial tool. It was just a simple question from the author's partner, Sarah. She asked, what do you want to feel?
Exactly. And that, if we connect it to the bigger picture, that defines your shared emotional North Star. Things like security, freedom, peace of mind, whatever it is for you, that becomes the why behind every single financial what. And the book really stresses how this why changes how you use your money. Fundamentally. So then you get to the map. That's the budget. But it's reframed, not restriction. It's an honest reckoning, a tool for liberation.
Liberation, yeah. I like that.
And the example they give, saving for just a small weekend trip, it made those abstract numbers suddenly tangible. It became a shared win, reinforcing that North Star, made the budget feel like a path to joy, not deprivation.
Right, but it wasn't just about the partner asking that initial question. The guide goes deeper into this anchor in the sail concept. This describes how a partner provides both, well, stability and also that forward momentum. How does that actually work when things get financially tricky?
Well, the partner acts as the anchor, right? That's the unwavering support, like believing in the author's big leap starting a consulting business, which was a huge financial risk. Sarah didn't just nod along. She actually said, I believe in you, we'll make it work. And that emotional backing, the author says it became more valuable than any line of credit.
Yeah.
Because it provided the psychological capital, the confidence to even take that risk. And then that same partner acts as the sail. That belief becomes the fuel, especially when clients were scarce early on. It propelled them forward, helped them strategically weather those lean months without, panic selling or taking on bad debt.
That makes sense. And it wasn't only the partner, right? The book also talks about the village that lifts you, that wider community. How does that translate into actual financial resilience?
Yeah, this is where you see community as this really powerful form of risk management, often undervalued, I think. And it's not just emotional support, though that's huge. It can be incredibly practical.
Yeah.
Simple things like a friend, David, offering some pro bono design work for the new business website.
Oh, that saves real money.
Thousands, potentially, in startup costs. Or parents dropping off meals during a really tight week. These acts build what the author calls a foundation of love, a safety net that money just couldn't buy. These aren't just nice gestures, they're real assets. They directly reduced financial strain, let them preserve capital.
Okay, so bringing it all together, what does this holistic approach mean for actually living your life? Making big decisions. Yeah. It sounds like it allowed them to take these calculated leaps of faith.
Exactly right. Because that relational foundation was so solid, they could approach big financial things like investing in a fixer-upper property, not with that paralysis we talked about earlier, but with, caution, sure, but also confidence, their shared commitment, plus that external support system. It meant they could maybe take on a bit more risk, like a higher loan, or invest more sweat equity, knowing that the human capital Their resilience, their teamwork would buffer the financial side. It opened up opportunities that might seem way too scary if you're just relying on, say, a traditional emergency fund alone.
So interesting.
Yeah, and ultimately this deep dive really shows that true wealth, it isn't just sitting in the bank statements. It's in the peace, the joy, the shared laughter. What the book calls that fierce commitment to each other, the romance, the support. It didn't distract from the financial goals, it actually accelerated them. It created this powerful synergy,
And
between their hearts and their bank accounts.
so the most valuable treasure isn't hidden at the bottom of a spreadsheet. It's right there, in the hearts of the people you share your life with, the ones who stand by you. It's a powerful thought, maybe, to carry forward. You might start your journey feeling financially poor, but if you have a partner, family, friends, people who stand by you, you are already richer than you know.